A lot of people firmly believe that Barack Obama is running this country, right? A lot of people think that he's the
Do you disagree?
Shadow president right now.
Do you disagree? Do you?
I mean, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind him maybe being in a decision room and Biden making a phone call to him versus Biden just kind of sleepwalking through these decisions. I don't know. Would you have a problem with Barack Obama being in the room, so to speak?
Did you see the Durham report yesterday? Yeah. Did you see who was in it?
Tell me.
You didn't see the report? No. You didn't see the
There's another Durham report that came out?
a whole different direction this podcast is about to go. We were here about to talk about some friendly stuff, and you decide to take it this direction.
Listen, this is what we do here.
Shame on you, Adam. We were supposed to talk about who's the greatest boxer of all time. We were supposed to talk about...
He's on his way.
I like that. Michael, I think you were going to say something.
Well, you see what came out in the report, that Obama knew he was briefed on everything that was going on in the whole Mueller investigation. He was briefed. He knew that Hillary Clinton set it up. He knew everything and lied about it. Well, what's new? They all lie, but I mean, he lied. This is
while he was out of office.
No,
Trump
when he was in
office.
office. No, he was in office.
Okay.
Yes, he was in office. Let me tell you something. Obama. The disappointing thing for me I met Obama on a beach in Hawaii. I didn't even know who he was. I had seen him at the the convention. He gave a brilliant speech. Crushed it. Amazing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I walked up to him. We were talking on the beach. This was before, he was thinking about being a candidate. Nice guy. I said, wow. I couldn't vote because I was a felon, but I would have voted for him. That's how inspired I was by that speech. And I said, you know what? This guy has got a chance to really unite this country. A lot of divisiveness here. First black president, great. He was a total failure in that regard. He divided this country more than anybody up to that point, I believe. I really do. And it was a total disappointment. And look, so many of them are dishonest, but is he running the party? I don't know about that. I don't know. I mean, I think he still has influence. But I also know from what you hear and from what I was told that him and Biden don't get along. He didn't like Biden.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't like him. This is what I heard.
And there's a part of me that kind of, based on what Michael just said right now, is if you're Obama, do you want Biden to run again? I don't know. Let's just say you are running things. You want him to run again? Do you? You want somebody else to run?
Yeah, you don't. I don't think even Obama wouldn't want Biden in there. I mean, Patrick, this guy, let me ask you a question. In your wildest imagination, did you ever believe that this country could deteriorate so quickly in 2 years under anybody? I mean, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, listen, the GOAT was Jimmy Carter, right? Yeah. And he eclipsed the GOAT. Mm-hmm. I never thought that was going to happen. I'm in America because of the GOAT, Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, what they did to Iran, Kissinger himself, it was a mess, right? The whole economic hitman throwing a country, its people against its ruler, its leader, without there being a real reason the country had advanced the way it has for decades. More freedom for women, they had a say, they had a voice. Marriage went from being 8 years old, 13 years old, 15 years old. It was more becoming like, and then boom, Carter comes and does what he does there. And then U.S. is in shambles, interest rates, gas prices, oil. And then you thought nobody was going to do it worse than him. Then shows a guy named Joe, which, by the way, if you listen to Joe's talks 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you're like, this guy's funny. He's charming. Yeah. He's charismatic. I actually like listening to the way he would speak in the 80s, 90s. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, I'm aware of all the speeches that he literally replicated or duplicated exact words that was said by this person or that person or this person from various countries, not even in the U.S. But you're like, this guy's actually saying you can represent, right, today, seeing what's going on with weaponization, with the economy, with the way things are being handled. It's a little weird. We're going to see what's going to happen.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.